Hello and bienvenue. This is Life's Questions and Lessons. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I thank you for being here today. Let's get started with our first question. Who challenges me? Who challenges me? So I started thinking about who I have around me who doesn't think like me. And I'm lucky enough to understand the power of the people that I come in contact with and the people that I have curated and what do you call it? What am I trying to say? Like a really good recipe. But it is all purposeful and all intentional. And the people that I surround myself with, whether that's in books or in actual, spoken conversation, all of the people that I have around me, there are some elements of consistency, right? Like we do have or share some of the same values and things like that. But I wanted to bring this question to the podcast because what I notice is a lot of the people that I talk to, including some of the people in my wise counsel and small circle of friends and family, don't have anyone that challenges them. And if you're listening to this podcast, you are someone who wants to improve. You're someone who wants to grow, and you understand the purpose of self-reflection in that journey. And it is very difficult to grow when you surround yourself with people who think exactly like you, who are interested in the exact same topics you are, who have the exact same values as you. So I really, really encourage you to, if you don't have anyone who challenges you and specifically challenges your way of thinking, I highly, highly suggest you start to look at how can I incorporate some of this, right? So if you want to join a group discussion, right? I would say baby steps is always what I suggest. But a small group discussion of something that might kind of rub you the wrong way. Maybe it's something something very easy to have a discussion about, or maybe you deep dive. That's really up to you. I suggest starting with a topic or a concept or an idea that isn't too controversial for you, because I think one reason why we don't have people around us that challenge us is because our emotions get in the way, and we really don't want to be challenged on certain things. We want to stand strong in our beliefs, and we want to have people around us who believe the same. Because being challenged in a conversation sometimes can lead to frustration and anger, let's be honest. So that doesn't mean that you shy away from it, but there are ways to incorporate it really small. So definitely explore this in whatever way works best for you. Again, I would say if you're having trouble trying to figure out how to figure out who challenges you, start with a book, right? Start with a book and a topic that is something that what am I trying to say? Like it's a different way of thinking. So maybe you start with the topic there that is not going to get you so irritated and so frustrated. Start with something very small and very easy to manage. So as I'm thinking about this, I think one way to think about this would be for food. Like if you are a meat eater, having a conversation with a vegan might be a little too over the top. So maybe you start with someone who only eats certain types of meat, right? Or if you're someone who wears high heels all the time, maybe you talk to somebody who wears sneakers all the time. You see what I mean? Where it's very, very, you're kind of dipping your toe in it. You don't want to get too crazy with it. I would not recommend, if you have a very strong political view or religious view or view on sex, talking to someone who challenges those, because those are very extreme and very, very emotion driven concepts and ideas. So again, you do what works best for you. This journey is for you. I'm just here as a guide to help promote some of these questions and guide you through your self-reflection journey. So those are the questions I had on my heart today. As always, thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening to my words. And if this episode was helpful for you, please share it. We are here on this planet to help each other. So please, please share this. And until next time, take care.